Mr. Chairman, I'm pleased to serve as a member of the Financial Services Committee's task force to investigate terrorism financing. And I especially want to thank you and Chairman Fitzpatrick for granting us the authority to do this important work during the task force activities. I also want to recognize Ranking Member Lynch and Vice Chairman Pittenger for their contributions. Over the past few months, we've discussed a wide range of topics, including survey of terrorism, terrorism financing, crime and the security of the U.S. financial sector, and the Iranian nuclear agreement. The recent attacks in Paris and San Bernardino demonstrate the continued need for congressional oversight in all aspects of terrorist activity, especially in how terrorists finance their attacks and their daily operations. Our war on terror finance is a fundamental weapon in the destruction of both ISIS and their fellow travelers. There are three key strategic areas that I think make this task force an essential asset in America's war against terrorism. In Syria and Iraq, ISIS brings in millions of dollars a day in the black market oil trade. Yet, knowing this, only in the last 3 weeks has the U.S. led an active coalition of airstrikes on ISIS oil trucks that, in fact, has interdicted and stopped that flow of money from oil. It baffles me that we would allow the most violent militant organization in the world to continue to reap the benefits of one of its main sources of income without punishment. This is just another example that throughout this crisis, the administration has a gift for rhetoric, but has repeatedly demonstrated a lack of leadership. Unfortunately, in the last 2 years since the President initially downplayed the threat of ISIS, they've only grown stronger. Finance targets are military targets, and we must have a strategy that degrades and eliminates their access to income for terror. On the subject of Iran, Iran continues to take the required steps under the nuclear agreement. They will achieve sanctions relief. This task force can play an important role in ensuring that when Iran inevitably cheats, the American Congress will be there to insist that financial sanctions are put back on that country and entities acting in that manner. In regard to the drug trade in Afghanistan, last month I had the opportunity to travel to Afghanistan and meet with General John Campbell, commanding officer of NATO's Resolute Support Mission, as well as officials from the DEA, Department of Justice, and the State Department's Bureau on International Narcotics, to discuss what they're doing to combat the illicit drug trade in Afghanistan. This is another area I hope this task force will look at ways to stop the financial flow for those drugs in and along the Pakistan border. So in summary, there's still much work to be done to strengthen our relationship on terrorism finance and to guide American policy to see that it is truly a war on terrorism and terrorism finance. I'd like to thank the chairman for their continued leadership. I look forward to continuing the work of this task force. I yield back.